Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you my randomized ride project. I'm just going to jump into a little demo to show you how it works. So as you can see, the train moves and it spawns in carts, and I have it to where whenever the train actor hits a collision, it spawns more tracks up ahead, and as you can see, it adds carts and seats with random numbers to the back of that with no misalignment. And if I replay that, as you can see, it's different number of carts and seats. We play that again just by hitting R. And again, random number of seats and carts. And I also added it to be random speed. If you can replay, you can kind of see that's really fast. That's slower. That's about average speed. That's really slow. So I also randomized the speed on top of all that. And as you can see, I randomized the textures of each component in each blueprint being used. So that means that all these textures are randomized and all of the components are texturized in this project. So I will go ahead and dive into the blueprints a little bit to show you how it works. I'll start with the engineer. So the engineer spawns in uh, the train and the track builder, as you can see here. And this is the code that does all of that. And this is what I can do to reset the reopen level to not have to always do that in the editor. Um, and this stuff enables input, and that spawns the track builder in the location I want it to, as you can see there, and spawns the train right behind that track builder, because whenever I want that train to collide with the track builder to spawn more tracks. And this code is all the same as shown in the documents during class. Now where it gets a little bit different here is I wanted to randomize the the textures for all the components within the BB train. If I show you the BB train in the viewport, it has all these components that are not texturized, as you can see, the component shelf, and I wanted to texturize all those with a random material. So going back to the engineer, since I wanted this train to be made of metal, I made a variable down here that's an array for materials called train material metal, and I added 4 different metal materials in here to be randomized. Now I wanted the wheels components to all be the same material whenever they're randomized, so I plugged that into one set material and one random array node here to randomize just that and make them all the same. But I wanted the floor, the cabin, the body, and the smokestack to be all different materials from the rest, so it all kind of looked different and not all one big different randomized metal piece. So I made 4 other uh, set materials and randomized a metal material for all those components as well. Now going to the track builder, this is how it builds the track. It's on a spawn next overlap kind of deal. So whenever that train overlaps with the collision box, it then spawns another set of tracks uh, using this kind of thing, casting that BP, that train BP, and doing it that way. And that's how it kind of spawns in the track builder and whatnot. And this is how it spawns in track up here with a for loop and with that kind of spawn location. That's again all the same in the documents. Now for what I added for materials, same kind of deal as the train. I wanted to randomize with wood and metal kind of material. So I made 2 variables this time, one for metal kind of materials and one for wood kind of materials. And for the planks, I randomized a set material for just a wood array, and I wanted the rails to be metal, so I put that into one set material for metal array, and that is how that all works, and that's how each chunk of rails is different materials. Now moving on to back to the train real quick. I'm going to show you how I randomized right now. Back to the engineer. Yeah, the train. Okay. So this is how I randomized the speed. First, you have to. First, I made a speed variable float, and I made the default -10, so that's the base speed of the train. And then I set that speed and put it in a random floating range of -10 and -40. You have to do that in the event begin play, because if you do that down here, it will do every tick, which will randomize the speed every tick. So do that up in the event begin play. And then you can go down to the event tick, which is how I have the train be able to move. And as you can see here, so I just plugged in that speed into that X value that is adding the active location to the new location. So it takes that speed, that random speed up here in range, and adds that X value. So it gets a random speed each time the level is opened and still moves it on the tick. And this is how the carts all work with um, adding the carts. I have make seats here. Again, same as all of the code and class. This is kind of how it all looks for make seats, the custom event in using for loops. But once it gets into the spawning the seat, just like all the others, right before the attach actor to actor, so there's no misalignment. Um, I did the same kind of thing for the components with wood and metal for the seat and the post in the back. So the seat can be a random metal material, and the post in the back can be a random. Uh, I mean, the seat can be random wood material, and the post in the back can be a random metal material. And I did the same thing for the cart up here before it gets attached. Whenever it spawns in the cart, um, it gets all that stuff too. I just use the same kind of variables down here for the seat material, just because it's the same kind of materials. But I needed to do that again up in where, let me find it. I need to do that up again here where the first cart attaches to the back of the train. So this cart also gets a randomized material as well. Otherwise, this cart would be left with normal materials and not be randomized while all the other ones were. And I believe that is all the blueprints I need to show you. So going over it again real quick, as you can see, when playing it, random speed, random materials, so each mesh has a material and it's all randomized, as well as the seats, the speed, the number of carts attached, and it makes more track as it runs into an invisible overlap box. So that's how my project went, and I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.